Feedback. Script improve. Emergency managers across the country are preparing alerts that could reach millions. Flight operations are being reviewed. Highway crews are mobilizing. And meteorologists are tracking something in the atmosphere they haven't seen in months. The jet stream is about to tear the country in half. On satellite, it looks like a massive snake writhing across North America, bending south over the Rockies, then whipping north across the plains. Right now, a river of moisture is barreling toward the west coast. An atmospheric river. Satellite images show it stretching across the entire Pacific like a white fire hose aimed directly at the mountains. Within the next week, some peaks could be buried under several feet of snow. Ski resorts are stocking up on supplies. Mountain highways may become impassable. This isn't a single storm. It's a conveyor belt. One system after another, unloading snow that could bury cars and strand entire communities. But here's where it gets strange. While the West braces for blizzards, the eastern half of the country is about to experience something almost unnatural for February. Record-breaking heat. Temperatures in the northern plains and Midwest could spike 40 to 45 degrees above normal. Some places may hit the 70s. People in Minnesota might be grilling outside while California digs out from whiteout conditions. This kind of split doesn't happen often. And when it does, the atmosphere doesn't stay calm. Because when frigid air sitting over the Rockies collides with Gulf moisture streaming into record warmth, something has to give. Picture two weather systems on a collision course, one blue, one red, racing toward the same spot on the map. Meteorologists are now watching the south-central United States with growing concern. As the western storm pushes east, it's dragging Arctic air down from Canada. That cold air is going to slam into warm, unstable air already sitting over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. And when that happens, the sky doesn't just cloud over. It organizes. Severe thunderstorms, winds strong enough to flip trucks, hail the size of baseballs, and the kind of instability that can spin up tornadoes. Emergency management teams are already positioning resources. Storm chasers are fueling up. Families in tornado-prone areas are checking their weather radios. Imagine waking up to 70-degree weather one day, then watching tornado warnings flash across your phone the next. Schools could close. Airports could shut down runways. Power companies are pre-staging repair crews. While the South faces this threat, the North is dealing with its own crisis. That record warmth isn't just breaking thermometers. It's melting snowpack weeks early, turning frozen rivers into rushing water. Infrastructure designed for February winter is now handling April conditions. Power grids are adjusting in real time. And then there's the West, where the storms keep coming. Radar shows them lined up over the Pacific like planes on a runway. Each one loaded with moisture. Each one aimed at the same mountain ranges. Forecasters are tracking not one event, but a parade of systems stretching through the next 10 days. Snow totals could climb past 10 feet in higher elevations. Some ski towns may see access roads cut off for days. Avalanche danger is spiking to extreme levels. But beneath all that danger, there's something else happening. Those mountains have been thirsty. Reservoirs have been running low for years. And this relentless storm train, as brutal as it is right now, is delivering exactly what the West desperately needs. Water. Every foot of snow is future drinking water. Future crop irrigation. The storms are punishing now, but come spring, that snowmelt will fill rivers that have been running dry. So this pattern is both a threat and a lifeline. As we move deeper into the week, the severe weather window opens wider. The warm air keeps pushing north. The cold air keeps diving south. Right along that battleground, supercells could fire. Travel across the southern plains could become treacherous. Not from snow, from torrential rain, lightning, and wind. And in the northern states, that bizarre warmth hits its peak. Temperature records that have stood since the 1970s could shatter. People will be outside without coats, confused, uneasy. Then everything flips. By late February, the jet stream buckles again. The warm ridge collapses. Cold air floods back south. And the same areas that just experienced 70-degree days could be plunged back into winter. More snow, More ice. Temperature whiplash on a continental scale. But this isn't over. The Pacific remains restless. The jet stream stays volatile. More storms are already forming. This active pattern could last for weeks. That's why emergency managers are urging people to prepare now. Download weather apps. Charge backup batteries. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. Because in a pattern this unstable, conditions can flip in under an hour. The peak danger arrives midweek. That's when the cold front crashes through. That's when radar lights up across the south. Forecasters will be working around the clock. Storm spotters will be in position. Millions of people will be glued to their phones, watching the radar spin. Even if the worst tornadoes stay away, the impacts will be real. Flash flooding could close highways for days. Falling trees could knock out power to thousands. Airports could see cascading delays rippling across the country. As the system finally pushes east and loses its fuel, the immediate threat begins to ease. But the cleanup takes time. Flooded roads need to drain. Downed power lines need repair. And in the west, buried highways need plows working in shifts. Then, as February ends, winter makes one last push. Colder air returns from Canada. Snow could fall again across areas that were just experiencing record heat. Right now, the country is caught between extremes. Blizzards and record warmth. Tornado threats and airport shutdowns. A weather pattern so active that even experienced forecasters are calling it exceptional. The atmosphere is awake. And over the next 2 weeks, anything is possible. Stay alert. Stay informed. Keep your weather apps updated. And subscribe for real-time tracking as this historic pattern unfolds. Because the weather isn't just changing. It's colliding.